First, we'll do subnetting of class C, and the question is, calculate for 3 subnet IDs given class full NID is 199.10.20.0/24. Means out of this NID, we'll figure out the subnet IDs, and we also have to find out NID, BID, first valid and last valid IP, and valid IP range. So let's get into it. Wait a minute. So, solution. First, we'll write what is our default mask, and that is 255.255.0. This is default mask. A lot of people call this as subnet mask, but how come is this our subnet mask when we didn't even figure out our subnet ID? So this is our default mask, don't get confused. In a lot of books, this one is written, in step 1 it's written as subnet mask, but it's not, okay? Now we'll write down our mask, default mask in binary form. These are our network bits. And these are our host bits. Now step 3. How many number of subnets we are going to find out here? Number of subnets is equals to 2's power n. Okay, what is n? It's not number of host bits, it's any whole number, 1, 2, 3, and so on. So if you write 2's power 0, it's 1. Oh, wait, it will confusing for you. This power 0, 1, 1, 2, 2, 4. So we didn't get any 3 here. Although we have to find out 3 subnets, it's not that we will find out the exact number of subnets we are doing. We don't like it's written 2's power and 2's power. I'm sorry. 2's power 1 is equals to 2. We won't be choosing 2. If we aren't getting 3, the exact number which we are given to find out, we'll choose the bigger number than that, not the smaller, because it will be wrong if we choose the smaller number. So we will have 2's power 2 is equals to 4. And what is the 4th step? We copy the 2nd step here. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is our host bit portion. Here, these 2 bits. These 2 bits will be added here, 1, 2, and the rest will be now host. The rest bits in black here are now host bits, and let me classify them. These are our network bits. These are subnetwork bits. And now these are host bits, which are only 6 left. Now we got our subnet mask. And how? Let me show. It's the 5th step. We wrote our mask, default mask, and we'll write 192 here. How? How come 192 came? Wait a minute. Don't tell me. So now we were doing all this to find out our subnet mask. Here we wrote our default mask, then we wrote it binary form, then we wrote the number of subnets we want. We copied the second step to 4th, and then here, these 2 bits upon shows what will be our subnet mask. When 2 bits are open, what we get? 192. Let me show how we are getting 192. Where did it go? I'm just showing that you guys won't get confused, but I cannot find where I wrote. Because we went too far. Let's just save it for now. I was just trying to find it that you guys won't get confused, but we cannot find it. Let me tell it that way only. How can we get 192, 128 plus 64, 192? And when 2 bits are open, it gradually comes 192. We learned in the short trick over there. Now, what is our 6th step? The 6th step. Block size or magic number. Whatever you want to call it. It has many names, but what I call is block size. You can call whatever you want to. What is this? Wait. Block size. Further parts of this. We wrote 256 minus 190. We basically have to find out block size of this subnet mask. Comes 60. B. We don't have to use all the steps. These are 3 examples I'm giving. You can use any one which you think is easier for you, okay? 256 upon 4. I'm telling where this 4 came from. Is equals to 64. We had to make 3 subnets, but we can't be making 3 subnets. We made 4 subnets. So I wrote 4 over here, and it came 64. And the last is, I'm explaining why I'm writing all these. We copied this from step 4. I'm writing. The last bit open here would be our block size. I'm telling you. If we use these, what do we call this? So sorry, Subtraction method. So many people do silly mistake, and suppose someone wrote the wrong answer, and here also in division one, suppose someone wrote the wrong answer. But in this, no one's gonna write the wrong answer because it's the value is already given. So I prefer this is the easiest way, and these are a little bit lengthy methods, and it's also gonna take your time. So it's better if you just use the C1, because I also use that one, and it's not too much time taking. 7th, start our first subnet, starting off first subnet, which is 0. Let me write this first. Again, 7. 0 plus 64. I'm telling how are these coming up. 64 plus 64, 128. 128 plus 64, we got 192. Where these came from, we got our block size, a magic number. I prefer to say block size. We got our block size. From block size, we are going to get our subnets. We got 64. Then we're not gonna add any other number. We're gonna add 64 double time. We got 128. And we added 128 plus 64. We got 192. Basically, we have to get the last number of our subnet mask here. Okay, and we got it right. So let's move towards 8 point, which is our I won't be. Eight valid IP per subnet ID. Valid IP per subnet ID, which is 2's power n minus 2. We already did this, but we are going to do it again, edit in the steps. N is equals to number of host bits left in step 4. So how many bits we left there? We left 6 bits of hosts here. 2's power 6 minus 2, which is 64 minus 2, which comes 62. Last but not the least, our last step, which is 9, is the subnet ID range. I guess this step is the easiest for me. But sometimes I also get confused. I guess we should take the second slide. It'll be a little bit long. Subnet ID range. We make 4 columns like this. It's too big. First, this is for our second subnet. Third and fourth equals last. We write Wait a minute. Where the subnet IDs we got. So first is 199.10.20.0. You guys must be confusing. Where am I getting these numbers? I'll tell you once I read these. 199.10.20.64. 199.10.20.128. 199.10.20.192. So some people might have guessed where I got these numbers from. We got these from step 7. These all numbers, these two. We'll just copy paste there. So this is first subnet, second, third, and fourth. I guess no one is confused now. We already did this. So our first valid IP is 1. We'll add 1 here. 20, 10, 199. Our BID is 99.10.20. One less from this 64 will be 63. And one less from BID will be our last valid IP. NID, first valid IP, last valid IP, and then BID. 199.10.20.65. 199.10.20.127, one less than 128. 199.10.20.126 will be our last valid IP. I will label it. Wait a minute. 199.10.20.129, our first valid. 199.10.20.191, one less from 192. 199.10.20.190, our last valid. We'll label it. 199.10.20.193, one added. 199.10.20.255, our BID. 199.10.20.254, our last valid. Let's label them now. This is our NID. I'll do it in the middle. NID, NID, and NID. First and last valid. And last BID. And between first valid IP and last valid IPs are valid IP range. Let's come towards subnetting of class B.